truth girl. Who qualifies her to put a work on these people?
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Mickey Truth, aka the Queen of Paperwork, and I am back with another video. As always, all information contained in this video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. All information used in this video is per the Fair Use Act, and any conclusion that you draw is on you, not me. So let's get it. Y'all, our first female defendant, okay? Let's get into it. Was it self-defense or is it murder? Like, that is the question in this case. Florida-based rapper Kehlani, okay? I know y'all probably have seen the video. Y'all probably saw the headlines, but let's break it down. Truth Team style, of course. Was she trying to walk away? Of course, I can't show the video on YouTube, right? But you see who is allegedly, okay, Kehlani, getting out of a white car, okay? She shut the door, and I ain't gonna lie, it does look like a little to it, but not too much as like I would have said it was like a lot of aggression, but it was a little to it. At the point she walks to the trunk, a male who looks like a male, right, gets out of the driver's side of the car and walks to the back. The conversation, I'm not even gonna lie, it looks a little heated. I won't say it's like, to me anyway, my opinion, aggressively, but it does look like it's a little heated over there, okay? Now the question, what was it about? Like, really, what was the argument about? Did it begin in the car and escalated outside of the car? Who was the aggressor? Because I'm gonna be honest, it's not clear to me exactly who actually started tugging or pushing or hitting or whatever first, okay? Because it just looked like it kind of went like real quick. So I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the chat. So I'm gonna tell you now, at this point, this is where things gonna get a little sticky, right? Because this is gonna be what determines exactly which direction this case will go. The question is, was she in danger at this point? Was there a fear of being in danger at this point? Now, you see that she engages with one of the victims, right? Then another one gets out of the car that was sitting in the backseat passenger, right? Now, when that person gets out of the car, you think, okay, well, maybe they're getting out to de-escalate it, right? Well, at some point, something definitely didn't get to de-escalating, okay? Because she gets overpowered and definitely thrown to the ground. Now, the question is, was one of the victims trying to break it up, or were they actually jumping her? Let me know what y'all think, okay? Because I do say it got some aggression in it, but part of me kind of feel like originally one of the victims was trying to break it up. Maybe he got hit a little harder than he was expecting and kind of like hit her on like repulse or reflex. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. That's just how I'm viewing it. Now, of course, you kind of got to know, what is Florida self-defense statute anyway, okay? And for those who like to research, y'all can just really Google it. Y'all can look in the Florida state constitution, and it kind of breaks it down into two different scenarios, right? Now, let's get into it. And for those who want to know, it's 776.012 is where I found it at, all right? Now, part of the statute says the person has to have a legal right to be there, right? So in order for you to say self-defense or stand your ground, because a lot of time they kind of like go together depending on where you're at and what the situation is, but you have to have the legal right to be there. Now, I'm gonna be honest, on the sidewalk, on a street, I mean, we all have the legal right to be there, unless you're like on probation, house arrest. House arrest is something you're not supposed to be out at that time of night or whatever. So, but you have to have the legal right to be there. Now, the police report states the victims attacked the defendant, okay? And this is a clip of the police report that was available on a local news down in Miami, okay? And it says, again, the driver grabs the defendant. Now, again, does that make the victim the aggressor, or does that make the defendant the aggressor? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the chat. Now, number 2, you cannot be involved in illegal activity to claim self-defense or stand your ground. Now, I'm going to be honest. It's going to be hard as far as us to kind of put our opinion to this. We don't know what the issue was inside the car. Why did they pull over? We don't know what the argument was about outside the car. Was it over some drugs? Was there something like, we don't know. So the legal team definitely for Kivani has to have a good stance that there was no illegal activity going on. Okay, because if it was, the chance of self-defense is out the window. Okay. Now, Kivani did appear in bond court, and she looks very petite. I'm not even gonna store it. Like, looking at the news video, how she came in, she looks very small statured, right? Now, the third thing is self-defense or stand your ground, right? You must believe, right? Whatever force, deadly force, whatever force you're using, is to prevent imminent death or great bodily harm to himself or herself or another, or to prevent the imminent commission of a forcible felony, right? So again, it's to protect yourself, right? It's to protect yourself from being killed. That's the whole gist of deadly force, okay? Now, let's break this down. On the video, it's 2 men are seen on the video attacking the defendant, right? Now, again, is the full video out? I mean, we can assume it's the full video, but we won't know, right? However, based on the parts that is out, it does look like at some point they do attack her. But then if you look at it, it's kind of like at one point, was it really a attack or was it a heated exchange of blows? Because she was tagging the first male, right? The other male came in and it just escalated instead of de-escalating. Now, again, to each his own how you view the video, but this is definitely, I'm going to tell you, some gray area watching that video, in my opinion, of course. Now, again, they have the video of this fight, because at this point, it's definitely a fight, right? Now, forcible felony is this: treason, right? Murder, manslaughter, sexual battery, carjacking, home invasion, robbery, burglary, arson, kidnapping, aggravated assault, aggravated battery, aggravated stalking, aircraft piracy, unlawful throwing, placing or discharging of a destructive device or bomb, and other felonies which involves the use of threat or physical force or violence against any individual. Okay, so that's what it means by you're trying to prevent, okay, the imminent forcible felony. Okay, so those are the options. Now, I told y'all this when I go over my gun safety for us ladies, but Florida is a no retreat state. For those who do not know what that means you do not have to try to get away, right? You can use deadly force immediately. If you are in imminent danger, if you feel like you are in fear for your life, and the only way to get out of that danger and to stop what's coming towards you, you can use deadly force without having to flee or try to run or whatever, get away, okay? But although you can use deadly force without retreating, you walked away from the victim. In the video, you see Kivani walk away. Now, at the same time, at this particular point in the video, the victim in all black is still standing facing the back of Kivani. Okay? She turns around and opens fire. The victim runs. Now, this is going to be the turning point, right? This is going to be what determines if this is a stand your ground case or cold-blooded murder. Why did she turn around? Why did she turn around?
What will they say as a reason she turned around and walked the victim down? And for those who don't know what walk them down means, she literally opened fire and walked behind him. At some point, she a little skipped to it. She walked them down. That's going to be the gray area, the shaky bridge that the defense will have to go over. Because in that moment, is it really self-defense or is it cold-blooded murder? Now, again, the victim was seen on camera running away from the defendant. And I talk about this when I talk about gun safety, right? I talk about making sure you understand your laws. Normally, shooting somebody in the back as they're fleeing, you can't get self-defense. Well, at least in South Carolina, you can't. Okay. If they're leaving and you open fire, the threat is gone. The threat is trying to leave. However, unless you have some good stance to why, right? Was it something that was still posing a threat to her? Okay. Did he say, well, hold on, I'm about to grab my shit out the car? What was going on in that moment to make you turn around and open fire and walk them down? Because at this point, you're not in fear, right? You're walking down the danger. Now you become the danger to the person that you're walking down. So her defense will have to have a good argument to justify her walking them down. And this is the reason why, unfortunately, in these moments, you have to know what the hell is going on, right? I do understand sometimes emotions get high, but that moment of her walking away, the danger is behind her. She then turns around and walks towards the danger. That's going to be the difference between case dismissed and a life sentence, because you know she's in Florida and you know how they get down with murder. And again, the question is, was she in fear for her life? Period. Was she in fear for her life? Will the witness at the gate testify for the state or the defense? It's an actual witness that, according to the video, right, allegedly, we don't know exactly what they saw, but allegedly it will be, realistic to think they heard, they saw what was happening in that moment that determines if this is self-defense or murder. Was there something actually said? Because honestly, when the gunshots went off, they even ran. That's going to be a key thing in this case. That witness, if they saw anything or heard anything and provided it, is going to be the reason why this turns into either self-defense, open the shut case, or second-degree murder, as she's charged with as of now. Will victim 2 face charges? Kivani is hit by the white car that she originally got out. Now, I'll be honest with you. In my opinion, under the circumstances, it could be argued that the victim was in fear for his life. That's why he got away from the woman that just walked down the man and killed him in cold blood, or in self-defense, just depending on how it goes. And he may have felt like he was next. So he punched it without hesitating. So I really don't think he's going to be charged with it. Even if it came to be that she was in self-defense as far as gunning down the first victim, again, he don't know what the hell going on. He see a woman walk down somebody with a gun, he getting the fuck on through. In my opinion, of course. Will she beat the case? That is the question. Will she beat the case? And I'm going to be honest. In my opinion, her legal team got to fight, because that moment, that point of her turning around, opening fire, walking them down is going to be very important to secure a strong defense to justify why she did that. Now, when they slung her to the ground and she would have reached for that gun and shot him, that's one thing, because the threat was there. If when they attacked her at that moment and she pulled it out and shot, definitely right there. But to turn and walk away and then turn and walk back and walk somebody down, even I can't come up with a reliable or reasonable explanation right now. But we'll definitely take a look at it. The trial set for February 26, 2024, according to Miami-Dade Criminal Justice Case Search. Sheesh, that's a lot of words, okay? And we'll see what happens between now and then. Now, Kivani has been released after making a $50,000 bond, and this is what she had to say that she posted on her Instagram. Good morning to all my supporters and fans. I'm finally home after experiencing something so traumatic and life-changing. I have 3 broken ribs and bruises all over, so I'm currently healing and getting rest. I just want to personally thank everyone who supports me and knows that I'm not the horrible person some are claiming that I am. I can't comment on the case at all, but I pray you all continue to stand by me and support me through the tragic time. I love you all to the moon and back. Then she says, life gets hectic at times, but I know that God won't forsake me. Thank you all again. Stay prayed up and stay strong. Always, it was always be love on my end. So with that, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to pull up on your girl, Mickey True. And as always, y'all already know, donations are welcome. Hit the cash at Mickey True 2022. So until next time, holla!
No matter what you go through, do what you got to do and conquer the world.